There's some
Excuse
sound.
me.
All right, cool. All right, there we are. Welcome to the Action Sturge. We have an awesome show for you tonight. We've got some Dungeon World, and which is our amazing story-driven campaign. Some amazing characters, one of which we have just rescued from the clutches of death, and yeah, well, and before we get started on all that, I do want to give a shout out to dndwow.com. Check them out. They are pretty awesome. They send us dice to give away sometimes. One set of which we gave away last week to a lucky winner. And yeah, check out their website. You can use our code theactionsturge at checkout to get a discount on metal color changing dice. So check that out. Use that code, get that discount, get your dice, and I think that's it. I think that's all the announcements. Go ahead and everybody can introduce their character. We can start with the Deacon Smith. Tell us about Rook.
Hey everybody, I'm the Deacon Smith. I'll be playing Rook, the halfling thief, and today I hope to find Harold.
Just say Duff. Okay. The Plaster Dragon.
Hey, Plaster Dragon, also Brian, playing Tyrion, the human zealot, fanatic, cleric. I know they're all largely synonymous, but today Tyrion plans to help guide Harold, now that he is back in the land of the living, on what has happened while he was gone, and show him his new magic sword that he is going to hand over.
Fantastic. Terry.
I am Terry. I am playing Aziz, the halfling druid. And, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. I was pretty focused on getting Harold back, and I guess it's time to move on to the next step. But I just don't know what that is yet.
That is what we will figure out today. And more cake.
Hi, I'm Mordecai. I'm playing the human barbarian Harold. Just got back from the dead, and I want to get up to speed. What has been going on this side of the plane, and also get my friends here up to speed on what I heard in the afterlife.
Yes, some stuff was revealed to you. So, all right, cool. So let's start off. Little bit of a recap. We were we were at Prion's temple, where they worship the god of death, whose name is I can't remember. Morellis. Brian, do you remember?
Hang on, I do remember. I don't remember, but I did write it down. I just have to.
It was totally
back
badass.
to
I heard it earlier today, and I totally forgot it again. But but they worship the god of death, and you guys went there to the gate of death.
Mordriel.
Nice. You guys went to the gate of death, pulled Harold out of it. Before that, though, you guys saved a giant. You guys killed a wizard, and then
Brought said wizard
yeah,
back to life.
accidentally brought that wizard back to life. So all in a day's work for the crew. So now Harold is up in an atom. You've been invited to stay for the night for a small, not necessarily a feast, but a small meal that Prion is serving up, and so let's open up on the scene where you guys are sitting at this very modest banquet table with 20 or so robed acolytes of death and Prion. And the spread is quite modest as well. However, you get the sense that this might be a little nicer than what they normally eat, what they normally serve. So, what do you guys talk about?
Kind of hard to talk with your mouth full.
That's true.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm scarfing everything down. Like, yeah, I haven't eaten in a week.
Me too. I got bacon, I got ham, chicken.
I'm probably licking up some honey that's still on me. So you guys want to start, or should I?
Oh, I'm going to pester you about questions. Where you been? What was it like? Anybody?
Oh yeah, met a few people. It was different, I'll tell you that. I saw the place where I was supposed to go. However, let's just say I met someone. I'm not quite sure who she was, but she was at least a goddess of nature in some aspect. Or nature itself, I don't know. She mentioned something quite interesting. Happy Tree is a lot more important than we thought. Happy Tree's a person? Or was a person? One of the elves who tried to hinder the ritual from going awry. The one, with the book and the catacomb there. We found it.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, this goddess needs someone new to perform the ritual well and not, screw it up. And she has chosen someone.
Nice.
See if
Where
I
we
can
find
guess who
them?
that is.
Well, let me be clear. I'm thankful it's not me. It's Ulysses.
What?
Yeah, you're gonna save the fucking world.
Sorry. So who was this person that says I'm gonna save the world again?
Nature itself, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Not sure how that's gonna happen, but okay.
She spoke of the ritual, and I believe it might be in the book that we found that Nana found, or
It was in the book.
good, great.
No, it was past tense.
No.
Still got the book.
Mm.
Don't have the ritual.
No book.
No, we have the book. Just the ritual has been removed and destroyed. I mean, I
What?
studied it, but I don't know if I don't know something.
This
So
is
we're
great,
quite,
fantastic.
we're quite possibly boned then.
Quite literally all of us, yes. Okay. There was a backup.
Okay.
She told me that you would know about this, and I really hope you do. There's supposed to be like 4 ancient animals or some shit that all each like have a part of the ritual. I asked if she could just like fucking give it to me, like in paper, not like wouldn't memorize it. But yeah, 4 ancient animals of some significance, or
Well, I mean, we have met one ancient animal, the giant tortoise.
there we go. Right, one of them.
So
How
3
about the
more to
rest?
find.
3. You mean
3
4?
more. 4 total, but we already know of 1.
Well, do we need to go back and talk to the turtle then and find out what it is that he knows about this ritual?
Yes, and locate the others.
Maybe he knows that as well.
Maybe they're all buddies.
Maybe they have a prayer circle that they all go to.
Yeah, like a
Or
book
a
club or something. Yeah.
Book club or maybe a poker night.
Instead of like the dogs playing poker, it's the ancient animals.
The ancient animals playing poker.
Yeah. So, so while you guys are discussing matters of great importance, Prion will be, if you guys are speaking openly, Prion will be listening attentively.
We are.
Yeah, I think Harold's voice is like going up and down in tone, just because like speaking is weird again.
I'll point out that we also have the issue of the orcs coming.
I'd actually forgotten about that. Yeah, I felt like the world was more important, but yeah, that is fair. That is a problem.
Well, if there's nobody left here except the orcs.
Yeah, no. They have the 2 world-ending things. Great, fantastic. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I convinced them to stall as long as they could because Stefan's plan is going to get everyone killed. And I said that when you came back, I didn't say if, I said when, that we would return and we would give them a better plan.
All
No one
right.
believed me, of course, but it wasn't necessary. We just needed to plant the seed.
So Prion will turn to you, Tyrion, and he will say, "What exactly are you wrapped up in, young Tyrion?"
A great many things. The end of the world, the end of the kingdom. But at this particular moment, the warlords fighting amongst themselves, and we are using that fighting to depose some of them and try and get a people's champion into that council while fending off the orcs.
And and he'll say, "The orcs, yes, they have caused great trouble for us here in the mountains. Since they've broken through the pass, they spend their time ransacking towns and settlements. People who can't defend themselves fall prey easily to the orcs' attacks."
Why are
What
the
if we-
orcs attacking?
I don't know. I don't know of anyone who does. Perhaps it's strictly for conquest.
I've been thinking a lot. I know, weird. But that gives you a lot of time to think. If the orcs, in the possible chance that the orcs aren't just here for conquest, if they're here for something else, we might have a better shot at doing something, well, honestly ridiculous. But hear me out here. What if the orcs are attacking back because the warlords have been trying to take more land away from them? What if they piss them off? What if they aren't here? We don't know. We don't know that. I haven't dealt with many orc, but I don't know. Are they like us? Are they, well, cultured?
And Prion will say, Prion will say, we know little about them. They are not necessarily strangers to this land. Some have passed through and become very functional and responsible citizens of their communities that they take part in. And hell, Vlad's personal bodyguard is an orc. It is strange that they attack the Borderlands now, especially after waiting for so long. They could have broken through the pass at any time, and yet they waited. Perhaps your instincts are not too far off, Harold. Perhaps they are here for something more than just conquest. Perhaps they were waiting for something.
I really feel like we need to have a little bit of a talk with the orcs, because the warlords are fucking, well, I'm not getting, buddy with them. That's not happening. From the few I've met, don't really like the bunch.
They do have a self-serving way of seeing the world.
Anyway, whatever this grog is, it's great. Thank you, by the way.
Ah, thank you. And
What if
he singles out one of the robed acolytes. He says, "Brother Maynard procures our spirits."
I just pat him on the back like, good job, man. This is great.
He's like, "Thanks."
Since the orcs have broken through the pass and we are now in the mountains, what if we came down behind the orcs instead of rejoining the main force and sought to parley with them from this side? We certainly wouldn't seem as though we were with the warlords. And perhaps Harold's legend would carry us part of the way.
Well, you'd have to find them first. They don't move as a single unit. They move as small units that are in constant motion. They stop and ransack. Sometimes they harass, and then they move on before forces can show up.
No, Stefan's forces made it sound like they were going to be overrun by the orcs. So
They might be, but if it's anything like what I've seen, then it'll be lots of small forces converging all at once, seemingly from out of nowhere.
Then perhaps we move and try and figure where they've been. Aerial reconnaissance and the like.
Yeah, we only need to find one party, that's the thing. If we send a letter or an envoy. I don't know, but I feel like it's worth a shot at least. If we can get the orcs to back down without any bloodshed, or get them to our side.
Indeed.
So
Then where would the warlords be?
So just as you say this, a loud noise will come out from the courtyard, and the sound of clattering, the sound of metal ringing across the stone surface, and a loud voice will project out into the courtyard, and it calls out, "Prion!" Prion looks up and around the table and finishes his bite, and then sets his silverware down, or his silverware down, and one of the acolytes stands up and moves to the doorway in the courtyard. He looks out very quickly and then turns back to Prion with fear on his face, and he says, "Oh, it's Vlad's men." What do you guys do?
I'm getting up from the table and
Yep.
Yeah.
I finish my grog, and I get up.
then I'll just look to Prion to see what he wants to do. And say, we are at your disposal. It's your house.
I think it's best if you make your way home now. I will deal with Vlad's men.
As you wish. Is there a back way you wish us to leave through?
Unfortunately, there's only one entrance to the courtyard.
Well, out it is then.
I think it's time we go say hello then.
And he will lead the way outside.
Alright.
As you step out into the courtyard, if you do indeed step out into the courtyard, you can see that.
Oh yeah, probably.
You can see that about 16 big buff soldiers, men and women, are just kind of meandering, sort of swaggering around the courtyard. The thing that was kicked over was apparently one of the braziers, and you can see its metal disc and is lying upside down on the stone, and metal or coals are strewn about the courtyard as well. And when you guys come out into the courtyard, one of Vlad's guys will point at Prion and says, "Prion." Prion will nod and call out to him, "Yes. May I know the meaning of this intrusion?" "Lord Vlad requests your services. His son is at death's door. He needs you to do the funeral rites." Prion motions you guys to leave him be with this. Your griffins are on one side of the courtyard. You guys are on the other side of the courtyard. Vlad's men are kind of spreading out throughout the courtyard, so the unimpeded path is quickly narrowing as they sort of step in between between you and the griffins.
All right, well, I'm gonna head towards them.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll follow Aziz.
I shake you back in it once again, and you just scream like, "Once again, thank you for the grog, great thing." And I walk.
Turkey
Prion,
leg and toe.
Prion says, I do not serve Vlad. I serve only the temple. If he requests the final rites, then he can bring his son to me. I will not send any of my acolytes out when the orcs are at large on the mountain paths. And this does not seem to satisfy the guy. We'll call him Hamrock.
Hamrock.
This does not seem to satisfy Hamrock. He cries out, he spits out angrily. He says, Lord Vlad requests your presence specifically. Prion stays silent. What are you guys doing?
I'm not walking as fast anymore, that's for sure.
Yeah, kind of take it like one step, maybe a couple of seconds, take another one.
I'm gonna just mutter to Aziz something about attacking from mounts might be advantageous if the need arises.
Understood. So I will resume at my pace to get to the griffins, hippogriffs, whatever they are.
Okay. Yeah, they seem a little testy as well from these new soldiers. Hamrock is now sort of in Prion's face. Some of his acolytes have come to his side, but Hamrock doesn't seem to be affected by their presence at all. He says, well, while you're on Vlad's mountain, you'll do what Vlad says. Because if I go back there without you, then my ass will end up on one of those pikes. And that's just not gonna happen. So you can either come peacefully, or we'll make you come.
Harold's just kind of laughing at the image of his ass on a pike.
I just looked to Tyrion and Aziz, right? With a blank look.
I'll just kind of sub-vocalize. He has told us to get gone. Not anxious to leave yet, but let's wait and see how he handles it. He is one of the most potent of the faithful.
Agreed.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
Mount up and get ready to leave, maybe?
Okay.
I'm filling in the hippogriffs on the plan.
Do I need to know the plan? What is the plan?
We might be fighting the new guys
Okay.
if necessary.
Okay. So are you guys just taking off now, or are you hanging out until this is resolved, or?
I'm slowly getting the hippogriffs ready for takeoff, but keeping an eye over there.
We're taking our sweet ass time about this.
Yeah.
So you're sticking around until it's resolved.
We're
Making
loitering.
it look we're making it look like we're packing up our gear. Unless someone's scrutinizing closely, it looks like we're trying to get out of there, but we're
Okay.
not really trying to.
Prion says again, I will not risk or endanger the life of myself or my acolytes in the service of Vlad when the roads are not safe. Hamrock replies back saying, well, we made it just fine, didn't we? And Prion says nothing. Hamrock says, Gah, to hell with the gods. And he makes a quick motion, and in just a few seconds, a couple the soldiers begin to close in on the acolytes and begin scooping them up. And Hamrock says, "You're coming with me, or I'll kill one of these acolytes for every minute that you delay." Prion stands solid. He says, "We are trained in the art of death. We know when to expect it, and we do not fear it. Do what you must, but you will not move me from this mountain." And then Hamrock takes his the butt of his axe and hits Prion in the stomach so hard that he doubles over. And he strikes him again on his head, and then Prion hits the ground. He then begins to drag him by his robe to the gate.
Right. I'm gonna do a hold person on Hamrock.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Go ahead and cast that spell.
Yep, let's do it. Nope, I'm not. Not starting off so good.
As you start to cast the spell, one of the other, what should we call them? What are Vlad's forces called? What would be a good name for that?
Vlad's pikemen.
Pikemen, yeah, let's do pikemen.
Ooh.
So when you begin to cast the spell, the pikemen will start to advance on you. Two of them will, and maybe they're the reason you sort of miss the spell. Maybe you see them and you realize that you're in much more immediate danger, and perhaps you can't finish the spell, or perhaps you're just too slow. But the end result is the same. Now you have two pikemen directly on you, and let's see. Some of the acolytes are kind of running and screaming right now, having like gotten away from their captors. So some of them are being chased around as well. Just pretty much the whole courtyard has descended into chaos. Acolytes are like running and screaming. I think one of them probably runs towards Hamrock to try to free Prion, and he just cuts them down with a single blow. And so you've got two pikemen on you, and one of the acolytes was just slain, and that's where we're at right now.
I would like to clear my throat and just shout Hamrock as loud as I can and use Metal Hurlant.
Okay. Okay, so partial success.
Okay, so I do the damage, but my noise is out of control, so you get to choose an additional target nearby Hamrock that also takes the damage, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just say another acolyte sort of like grabs his ears as he gets caught up in the sound. Go ahead and roll your damage for. Well, yeah, go ahead and roll your damage. Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, so it's not that much damage.
That's fair.
So it's enough to get Hamrock's attention, and the acolyte who is near him like cups his ears and kind of runs off into the dining hall. And now that he has been goaded, Hamrock will turn, let Prion's unconscious body fall to the stone courtyard, and hold his axe up and say, "And what's this got to do with you? Get the fuck out of here while you still can. I'm feeling generous."
Well, as one of the men who showed me hospitality just because of, was dead before. He was the first man who fed me. Oh, kind of feel like I need to do something when someone bashes his head open.
So, Aziz and Rook, what are you guys doing?
I'm herding the acolytes into the mess hall to safety.
Okay. Okay. So a couple will kind of follow your lead and dip into the mess hall. One of them, one of the female acolytes is running towards the hall as well. She's going to get swept up by one of the pikemen and sort of thrown to the ground as the pikeman brings her axe up to kill the acolyte. What do you do?
I respond with an attack.
Okay.
I guess. Where's my character? Oh. Shit. Hold on. That didn't work. Oh no! My
You and me
character
both,
can't.
buddy.
What were you narratively gonna do?
I was gonna stab him.
Okay.
Try
So,
to-
all right, cool. So you go to stab. You go to stab, and you go to stab. And when you go to make your attack, the pikeman is going to turn to deal with you. She's going to hit the acolyte with the butt of her axe, and then she will turn towards you, and she's going to sort of parry your attack and cut you pretty good. Well, we'll see. Yeah, cut you pretty good with 6 damage.
Oof. Oof.
Sort of send you flying back across the courtyard. She then begins marching towards you to finish the job. Aziz, what are you doing?
I'm going Rhino and just wreaking havoc.
Okay.
Well, I want to try.
Yeah. Oh, success.
There you go.
Ooh, nice.
And success.
Oh wait, I rolled the wrong thing, but it's same modifier.
Yeah.
So see, that gives me 3 hold, and I want to charge the one going for Rook.
Okay.
But I don't know if I can graze the ones that are approaching or out on Tyrion. Like get close enough to make them nervous.
Okay. Go ahead and roll hack and slash, or you have a charge thing, right?
Yes, I'm
If you
spending
spend
one
a-
of my hold for that.
Okay, yeah. So you can spend a hold, and I think if you line it up just right, you could probably get all 3. And you would just apply
Okay.
you would just apply your damage to all 3 of them.
All right. Would you like me to roll it once or 3 times?
Just roll it once.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
So yeah, so you blow through all of them, and the one that's on Rook, the 2 that are on Tyrion, Tyrion, now that the path has been cleared, you can see up ahead that Hamrock and Harold are probably about to be duking it out. What are you thinking?
I think that Harold deserves his shot here. And it looks like Rook is okay for the moment, right?
Yeah. Somewhat.
Well, I mean, there's a rhino charging to your aid. Is anybody near Prion right now?
The closest person would be Harold.
Yeah.
Can I run to him and give him some healing?
Prion?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go take care of him.
See if we can't at least get him back up and going again. So let's do some cure moderate wounds. There we are. And I will draw some unwelcome attention. It's what I do. And
Real fast, if we level during the game, can we apply it? Or do we gotta wait till next game?
I think it happens during the end of session. I think.
Okay.
and Prion heals 12 points because one of my advanced moves allows me to add my level to my healing.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice. So you'll heal Prion up real nice.
He should be feeling a lot better now.
He is. His eyes open. He takes a moment for him to realize who you are, and he says, "Tyrion. Oh, you should have left, Tyrion."
Yes, but you know me too well to know that that wasn't going to happen. I let you play it your way first, watched to see how it played out. Now we're doing it our way.
He nods, he looks up, and he says, "The acolytes." He's going to try to stand up, and even though he doesn't have a weapon, he's going to start rushing to the aid of one of the acolytes who's being pummeled by a pikeman. Harold, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna issue a challenge to all of these pikemen, these motherfuckers.
Okay.
I'm gonna use what are you waiting for?
Okay.
Don't forget your sword.
Oh, right. That is true. But with this thing, if it works, I can do another +2 damage every time. And honestly, I kind of want to save the acolytes. They've been nice. Never mind. Yeah, that's a complete failure.
How do you do it in the fiction?
I basically just taunt them like, why are you attacking priests who don't even carry weapons? Are you that cowardly? I think they're just ignoring me, honestly.
Yeah, they're just giving the silent treatment.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine you're trying to get the sword to light, but we told you how to do it, but this is actually the first time you tried it.
It's like when you can't.
Just
You got a
Just a
feeling
quick guy with a magic sword, alright?
It's like when you can't get the lighter, like there's like no more juice left in the lighter, and you're like.
By the power of Grayskull, fucking something, goddammit.
And Tyrion's going, no, swish and flick, swish and flick.
The fuck does that mean? God damn.
I'm being attacked by bugs.
But I will at least advance to like stand by Tyrion.
Okay. So when you issue your challenge, Hamrock will, who's right in your face, will say, he'll say, well, that's their dumbness for not having weapons, isn't it? And then he'll hit you for 2 damage.
I'll take that right in the chest and I'll take 1.
Okay. And he'll say, you seem a bit more resilient. Perhaps you'll be an actual challenge.
Well, I heal a boo-boo called Death, so I think it's pretty good.
He cocks his eyes. What? And then, Rook, what are you doing?
I guess now that I've got the one pikeman off me, I continue getting the rest of the acolytes out of harm's way into the mess hall.
Okay. All the ones that are freed or that didn't have a pikeman on them are now safe. However, there's about 4 more who are in danger. One of them is being pummeled by a pikeman. That's the one that Prion is trying to help. But you can see Prion, he's not a fighter. He's a priest. You know, he's not like a. So he's just sort of holding on to their weapon arm, getting sort of elbowed in the face. And then 3 of the other acolytes. One of them is being carried off by one of the pikemen. Another is being pummeled, and then another looks like the pikeman looks like it's gonna go throw her off of the balcony over the mountainside.
All right.
I'm going for that one.
Yeah, I will help Prion.
Okay, what will you do to help Prion?
I'll just advance with my rapier.
Okay.
Is that a hack and slash?
I think it would be.
Oh well.
We suck at this. We're supposed to save the world.
Through politics.
Yeah.
Oh, politics.
I like your words, Magic Man. Mm.
I like your funny words.
One more experience point. Level up.
There you go.
So when you got hit last time, you didn't realize it, but one of your vials of poison shattered.
Mm.
And it is.
Which one?
That's a good question. Let me see.
I've got a plethora.
The mild one, like the
The
slight
oil
hangover poison.
The oil of Tadit.
I think let's say the bloodweed.
Oh no.
So one of your vials of poison seeped. It's just now seeping through your armor and making contact with your flesh, and now you are affected by the bloodweed. So it expended a use, and you are affected by it.
Well, I had one use. Oh, hold on. Okay.
So that is your 6 or below result.
Whenever I roll damage, I take a D4. Is that the deal?
You subtract the D4 from your normal damage.
Okay.
As you start to feel kind of sluggish and woozy and kind of like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And
That
you're
sucks.
and you're tangled up with the same guy that Prion is fighting. And Aziz, what did you say you were doing?
The one that looked like she's trying to throw the acolyte over the
Yes.
edge.
Yes. What do you want to do?
I'm trying to intercept that.
Okay. How do you want to do that?
I mean, I don't know if I can get between the pikeman and basically block the throw.
Okay. That sounds like
that kind of angle.
it sounds like a defend. I think.
All right.
Yeah, to sort of interpose yourself between them and the person.
Okay, and that's just con. Woo!
Okay. So you get 1 hold, I believe.
Yeah, and I guess I don't know if it's redirecting the attack so much as the attention.
Yeah, that's fine. If you show yourself as a threat, they can't defend themselves while holding the acolyte, so they'll probably throw them to the ground, draw their weapon, and stand in defense with sort of ready to tangle with the rhino. And right. I believe they have some friends too that they can call over if they need to. So we'll see how that goes. But the acolyte runs off towards the banquet hall and is safe.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Tyrion, what's going on with you?
So, who still looks like they're in trouble at this point?
2 of the acolytes are still being pummeled. Well, 1 acolyte is being pummeled, another acolyte is being carried off for who knows why, and then
there's one about to be pitched over the side, you said, right?
Yeah, that one was saved.
I got that one.
That one was saved by
that one's saved?
disease. Yeah, and then Prion and Rook. Rook's looking a little woozy, but he and Prion are basically kind of tangled up with this one pikeman. And
well, I'm trying to defend him.
Right.
Let's in that case, for right now, let's go for the acolyte that's being pummeled. Let's throw a magic missile at the person attacking him.
Okay.
And start moving in that direction.
Okay. Okay, 7 through 9. And you get to do your damage.
Yep. So, do some magic missile damage. Missile. 7.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, you just blow that chick out of the water. That acolyte looks up and he sees that he is safe, and he begins to run towards the banquet hall. Meanwhile, that pikeman is laid out.
Nice. Now, does that is that considered a use of the bloodweed?
Yes. Yeah, the one that got smashed.
Okay.
And we'll
so,
say that 7. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say we'll say that 7 means that the magic missile spell got used up.
Okay, so no more magic missile.
Yeah, something's interfering with my casting up here.
Okay.
I mean, you just brought someone back from the dead.
Now the poison master, that will take place later, won't it? Or will that take immediate effect?
I'm not sure if it says specifically. Like, what does it say specifically?
After you've used the poison once, it's no longer dangerous for you to use.
Yes, I think that would take. I think that would be instant, I suppose.
All right.
All right. So, Harold, what are you doing?
Giving it some thought, like, okay, how did I activate the blade again? All right, let's see. Is there any like activation method or for the flaming sword?
Yes, there was a gesture in a word that needed to be said.
I'm not gonna lie, Ed here does not remember it.
I actually don't remember it either, but if somebody
I don't think we determined it.
if somebody in the fiction has showed you how to use it, I will accept that as you knowing how to use it.
Leviosa.
Tyrion would absolutely have showed him.
Okay.
All right, I don't know what I was going to say, but I will activate the flaming blade.
Okay.
And I will strike this punk ass back to the ground.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
There's like a large slash across his chest.
Ooh.
Nice.
Mm.
Well struck, son.
Damn, I'm
Now
one
we
away
have
from
to-
a thing. Ah, damn it. That's fine. And what is the extra for this sword? Does it deal extra damage or something?
I think it was a D6.
Yep, 1d6.
Yeah, d6 of fire damage.
Alright, let's see what happens.
Oh!
What?
That's 13 points of damage. Night.
Yeah, so you just straight up how you tell me what happened.
I think Harold goes to, just like swipe at him, like, he cut me a little bit, I'll cut him too, but like, doesn't really know his own strength at this point, and just fucking cleaves him like from side to side.
Ha.
So both halves will fall to the ground.
Tyrion, I think the sword's pretty good. Shit.
I look at Harold. Glad to have you back.
Tyrion just smiles.
The other pikemen will. So let's see. So I've got like what? How many entangled? We got 1, 2. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I think that's going to grab the attention of some of the other pikemen, who are then going to begin to close their position in on you, Harold.
How many are there?
There were 16 altogether.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, like, I don't think he has to worry about Vlad anymore.
So you got four of these pikemen sort of charging at you, all of them crying out in the name of Hamrock.
I'm about to rock their world.
Okay.
Go ahead,
What are you
sir.
gonna do, Tyrion?
I'm about to animate Hamrock's corpse.
Oh. Ew.
Come on.
Ew.
Which half?
Yeah,
This is fucking gnarly. I
He'll
love it.
knit back together as a zombie. Ready? Come on, Dice. Give me some love.
Oh,
Dang
my-
it. I am having some serious magical troubles here.
But man, you're gonna level.
Right? I'm going to level up before too long here. Might even be tonight.
So
So,
I think
complication.
so I think what will happen is he will become a zombie. However, he will not be under your control.
Oh.
I mean, that
Gally
works.
Gallibond in chat was like, nice, Tyrion.
Hey, Gally, you know,
So now he'll be a zombie, not under your control, and since he's chopped in half, he'll be moving around on the ground. I think he'll probably lash out and start coming towards you first, Tyrion.
and he used to be.
Did you say what I think you said?
Yeah, of course I did.
He's half the man he used to be. That's hilarious. Oh, actually, you know what? No. He's not going to come for you. He's actually going to start. He's going to crawl over to one of the fallen ones, one of the fallen pikemen, and do something to them. Ooh, what's a D4 for?
Oh, that was to see how many things that the zombie gets.
Oh no, you don't have to do all that. That's all right. Although that would be badass.
Right?
Yeah,
That would've been
no.
a smoking hot zombie.
Yeah, no, we're good. What I have planned is bad enough.
Fair enough.
So it's gonna start crawling across the ground towards one of the other fallen pikemen. Aziz, what are you doing?
I am facing off against 3 currently. Yes.
Yeah, the one is getting ready to attack you. I think 3 more are actually on the way over.
All right. And there's still one acolyte being carried off.
Yeah, he has carried off one of the acolytes, sort of back towards the door, down the sort of where the path comes in from the mountain.
All right. I'm going to spend a hold to charge that guy. And if somebody gets in my way, so be it.
Legit.
Okay. So the first guy will be in your way, but so if you want to attack him on your way to this other person going down the pass.
All right. Do you want me to roll the attack or just roll the damage?
Just roll the damage. And that'll be your second hold, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you'll trample through him. You'll get to the other guy carrying the boy down the pass, and how do you intend to get him without getting the acolyte?
Well, I imagine the acolyte's being held at the front, so I'm coming up behind him.
Okay.
So I was just gonna kind of uppercut with my horn.
Okay. So yeah, so the damage will apply. You'll fling him. The acolyte will turn around and sort of fall to the ground with his hands over his face, crying.
Yeah, I can't comfort. I'm a rhino.
I'm a rhino. I got no. Don't
Rhinos are bad nurturers. Is that what you're saying?
For humans, yes. I can't think of anything I can do that won't freak them out more.
Rook, you're feeling a little woozy. What's going on over there?
Prion
just got shoved to the ground.
Yeah, I will help Prion up and kind of kite him towards the mess hall and stand my ground against the attacking pikemen.
Okay, so you're trying to like maybe redirect the attack from Prion to yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll defend.
Alright.
So you get 1 hold, and you can spend that to redirect the attack if you like.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. So now so you've pushed Prion away. He's finally like, okay, like I'm gonna go with them. I'll let you guys handle this. And
thank God.
and now the pikeman is completely focused on you.
Alright.
She's going to swirl her axe around and then try to bring it to sort of cleave you in half. What are you gonna do?
I am going to defy danger with by trying to dexterity, trying to get out of the way fast.
Okay. Yes. You can safely get away if you like. Where would you like to go when you get away?
I dodge to the left and just head into mess hall.
Okay. Excellent. When you come into the mess hall, you can see the acolytes carrying one of the tables over to the stone archway to sort of create like a sort of a barrier. Prion is recovering momentarily, sees you, looks at you and says, "Oh, thank you. You saved my life."
Don't mention it. We're safe for now.
He says, "I'm sorry you got dragged into this. This was not your place.
Well, it became our place a long time.
I fear that I've become a bad host."
Oh, not at all.
And
I grab a turkey leg off the table. Take away.
Tyrion, what's up?
Is Rook anywhere that I can get to him to heal him, or has he disappeared from the field?
He disappeared. You saw him slip into the mess hall.
Then I'll have to assume he's okay for right now. Is there anybody that looks to be in danger at the moment?
You and me.
I think you'll
Just
probably
us?
see Aziz come back through the door with blood on his horn after chasing the other person down.
You're not sure whose blood it is, but
And let's see
Fair
what
enough.
we've got.
Fair enough.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Alright. So the
Did I come trotting back in with the guy still on the horn?
maybe, yeah.
And then just make a, I don't know what sound a rhino makes, but
Yeah.
make it as loud as possible and shake them off.
Brutal. So the two people that were originally going for Aziz before Aziz trampled through are now going to follow the pikeman that was on Rook, who is heading towards the mess hall. So now you got 3 pikemen approaching the stone archway of the mess hall, trying to get inside. That's what's going on. 4 pikemen have descended upon Harold, and I think 3 pikemen are still at large, possibly trying to figure out where to go. They could be looting. They're around though. So.
Well, I'm gonna stand at the door, the side of the door, ready for anyone who gets there.
All right, Tyrion.
Yeah, I'm trying to see because so there's the zombie that I just created is crawling there. Yes.
Looks like he's gonna go snack on one of these dead guys.
All right. You know what? Let's try one more time. Let's see if I can animate the dead guy that he's headed to snack on.
Okay.
Make that guy wake up before he gets there. And then
You're
that
gonna
guy can
zombify one of the priests of death?
Oh, that's an acolyte. Never mind. No, I thought. Did you say acolyte or did you say one of the pikemen?
I don't think I specified, but we'll say it's a pikeman.
Then yeah, I'll animate a pikeman. Or I'll try. Hey, all right. So on a 10, it's just a success. So let's see how many attributes does my zombie have? Or do I want to? Nah, that would be just insane. Because I have empowered spell, so I could make it hit 2 targets if I wanted, and then take unwelcome attention. But nah, we'll just have the 1 zombie.
Okay.
All right, so now I do a D4. Oh, I got the 4 again.
Ooh, nice.
All right, so I'm going to give it durable twice. So that's 2 hit points per level of mine. So that's 12, 24. So this zombie has 25 hit points. I'll make a note over here.
That's more than what I have.
And it has a functioning brain and can do complex tasks. So it won't appear dead for at least a couple days. And then let's give 1 stat a plus. Most of the stats are +1, but it's hack and slash is strength, right?
Yeah.
So we'll give it +2 strength.
So it gets everything.
So that's right. So these guys should see their friend rise from the dead.
Okay. Yeah, so rise from the dead.
And I'll just kind of shout out, "How can you defeat us when every one of you that falls is a new soldier for our side? Surrender while you still can." I mean, it's a bluff because I can't create that many zombies, but they don't know that.
I think Harold is just looking at you like surprised Pikachu face, like, huh?
Yeah, this is new. This is new ground for Tyrion.
Yeah.
Let's say. Okay. So you'll call out to them, and
Yeah. Because even though I don't control their leader, they don't know that yet. I think I've just made 2 zombies, even though I know 1 is an accident.
Yeah. So
The accidental zombie.
So the one pikeman, we'll call her Clara. And she's one of the three that hasn't really engaged yet. She'll point her axe at you, Tyrion, and she says, "Necromancer! We should kill you on the spot! Just for your dark magic." Yep, and then she'll start marching across the courtyard towards you, accepting your challenge. Followed by her 2 cohorts. Harold, you're boxed in with 4. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm taking a broad stance and I'm just going to swipe clean through all of these fools.
Okay. Make your hack and slash.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Go ahead and,
Yeah, yes.
go ahead and apply.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go ahead and apply your damage. Very nice.
No.
Eh,
Only
Yeah,
one
right.
d6.
You hear
spread it
from in
out.
the mess hall. You hear a cheer from inside the mess hall.
So you swing your blade around in a circle, and when you come back to your original starting point, all four of the pikemen fall to the ground around you.
Yes.
That's a nice little sweep.
It's pretty good. Turn out I'm still kind of weirded out about this, but we'll talk later.
The 3 that are trying to get into through the archway into the mess hall, they are
I'm heading for them.
Okay, and what will you do?
Let's see. Do I just want to attack or? I will defend.
Okay, go ahead and roll defend. All right, you get 1. What will you spend it on?
Redirect.
Okay, so you basically just kind of put yourself between the entrance to the mess hall and them.
Yeah.
And now they are focused on you. They will give you a little space at first, and then and then they'll sort of surround and prepare to attack. Yeah, that's what they will do. What else is going on? Or what did you want to do in response to their attacks?
Oh, well, I mean, once I'm in defense, then I'm just going to hack and slash.
Okay.
And until I get hit, and then something will happen, and things will change.
Gore and trample.
Yep. And as a rhino, I have +1 to strength.
Ooh, partial
So that
success.
is a 9.
Okay, you deal your damage, and they deal damage against you.
Okay, so damage. 2. I was doing so good.
Yeah. So what does it look like narratively? Are you stomping? Are you swiping your horn?
I'm swiping my horn,
Okay. So you'll hit
trying
each.
to gore them.
Yeah. So you'll hit each of them for they have a little bit of armor, so you'll hit each of them for 1, and they'll back up, and then each of them will do some damage on you as well. Now this will. Let's see. So don't be freaked out. I'm gonna roll a lot of dice.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't be freaked out.
I'm convinced.
Nothing to worry about. Clatter, 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 clatter.
Oh no, where did it go?
Just ignore me while I roll my 50 d6. Hold on.
Hey, I haven't rolled 50d6 in a long time. There it is. This 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the highest was 3, and then plus 2, so 5. So, so they'll all sort of. Yeah, go ahead.
One of my advanced moves is when I take damage while shapeshifted, I can revert to my natural form to negate the damage.
Okay.
So I didn't know if that all counted as one attack, or if you wanted to split that up.
Yeah, no, that's all one thing. So.
Okay.
And it
So
just takes place over a series of blows, but mechanically it's just one thing.
Okay. So yeah, after that, I am a halfling once more.
Okay. Confusion, as they're all just like, what? And then they quickly overcome that confusion and are going to get right back to it. So, I guess back to Rook, did you want to do anything from inside?
If they're gonna come in, I'm gonna do something different. But if they're not gonna come in, I'm gonna kind of climb over the table and try to take one of them by surprise. So, like while Aziz has got all their attention.
I don't know if you'll be able to surprise them because they saw you go in there. Like it's not like they know there's other people on the other side of the table.
Okay, then I'll just wait inside, and as soon as one comes in, I will attack.
Okay. Tyrion, what are you doing? Oh, you got three. You got Clara and 2 of her cohorts charging at you across the courtyard. Zombie Man is in the way, and then I guess you.
I guess Zombie Man will take a slash. Zombie Man will, move to interpose, and we'll take a slash at Clara.
Okay. And she'll cry out. How dare you use his body for such foul magics?
And I'll say, he acted without honor, and so this is his fate.
You speak of honor, and yet you desecrate the dead.
I'm pretty happy that he desecrated me. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm merely borrowing him. And I'll just roll hack and slash on mine because I have the same +2, so.
Okay, yeah.
So he gets a 7.
Okay, partial success. Is that just against the Clara, or is he trying to get all 3?
I would imagine he's going for all 3.
Okay.
I don't know what his damage, his or her, or its damage is. Do zombies have a gender? These are the kind of questions we like to ask.
I don't think zombies identify as anything.
That's what I'm wondering.
This is gonna require a roundtable discussion. We'll have to plan this as a future stream. We'll have to get a zombie on.
Zombie gender.
I don't want to make any assumptions about the community. The zombie community.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think it probably uses your damage. I think.
Oh, okay. It said in Animate Dead, what it said was, treat the zombie as a character, but with access to only the basic moves.
Mm-hmm.
So should we just assume my damage?
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Is just assume, your damage.
Any plus for the strength, or just straight up my damage?
No plus for the strength. The strength typically doesn't add a bonus to the damage. The damage. If it adds to the damage, it'll usually say specifically to the damage.
6 points.
Nice. So he will strike out for 6 points against Clara and her 2 cohorts, and then and slay them all. So he'll kind of wade into combat with them, and all 3 of them are attacking him, and he's attacking all 3 of them. And then, oh, they're gonna do some damage too. Let me go ahead and roll their damage. So it'd be what, 3d6? Or yeah. So we'll do 3d6. Let's see, 5 is the best one, plus 2, so it'll be 7 damage to him. So they'll end up doing 7 damage to him, and then he'll end up slaying them all. And you can just kind of sit back and watch, Tyrion. And Harold, you can watch too if you want.
I am, and I'm I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, and then he turns back, and because he still looks alive. Part of it is that he looks completely alive. Like, you can't tell that he's undead. And he's gonna look back towards Tyrion, waiting for the next command.
I'll just say, go and help, and I'll point to Aziz and.
And he'll start moving over that way, super fast. Harold, what are you doing?
After watching this spectacle, I'm gonna go into Aziz and help him out.
There is still the half a zombie or the partial zombie near us that's crawling of Hamrock.
Yes. He's like munching. He's munching greedily on one of the dead bodies.
I think I'll stomp his lights out again later.
Might suggest fire, but
we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
fair enough.
Was it 2 or 3 people with USCs?
3.
Yes, 3.
All right, I think we're just gonna do the same thing here. I'm just gonna go for their fucking back of the knee. Just gonna swipe at them. Let's see here.
For the first time this game, I'm going to use my spear.
I'm going to use fucking smash. Yes.
Oh my!
I don't care if the damage is low because they're losing their legs. Smash is whenever you hack and slash on a 12+, deal your damage and choose something physical your target has. Weapon, position, a limb, they lose it.
Oh.
They're losing their legs.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yes, sir. 13 points of damage.
Yeah, you just like wipe them completely out. Legs go flying, it's nuts. And I believe that's all of them.
Oh, did you take out all 3?
That's all 3, and then that's all the people. So that's all the pikemen.
So there's just Hamrock gnawing on a corpse.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go and see if I can give some healing to Rook then.
All right.
Oh, and I'll since it looks like we're done, I'll release the spell on the other zombie so it just falls to the ground.
Wait, we could probably use them to clean up some.
Okay. I won't do that then.
Instead of like swords to plows, it's like axes to brooms.
I'll just be a -1 on my cure spell on Rook, that's all. A 7, that's fine. We'll will say that for some reason, even though Cure Wounds is a rote, I can't. Cure Wounds is a rote for me, so I can't technically lose it. So I guess we have to pick. I guess I'll just take another ongoing -1 to
Okay.
simulate whatever the ongoing struggles are with magic. But Rook gets 17 hit points back.
Woo!
Question:
So
do you have to roll to cast a spell when it is a route for you, a route for you?
Yeah, it's still technically a spell. The roads are just always prepared. They don't take up any
Gotcha.
space to prepare.
Right. So I'm -2 on spells till my next commune, or until I drop this zombie, then I'm.
Okay.
So that was something.
That sword is sharp. Just pieces fall off people every time you swing it.
Yeah, not gonna lie, you pretty much understand why I got killed by this thing.
And yeah, so we'll tell the zombie to go start collecting the corpses and bring them and place them in orderly rows in the center of the courtyard.
Okay.
And when it's done, I'll tell it to lay down next to them.
He will obey.
Meantime, I assume Priya and the others will come out.
Yeah, Prion comes out and he says, I cannot tell you how grateful I am that you were here.
Hold on, just a moment right there, good sir. And I'm gonna go to the zombie who's just gnawing at one of the corpses and they're just walking about.
Yeah.
Put it out of his fucking misery.
Okay.
Do I have to roll hack and slash for it, or it is a creature?
Yeah, I'll just let you kill it. I don't really see a point. I don't see a point in drawing it out. If you guys had rolled like a 6 or below, I was gonna have it animate more zombies, but you guys were rolling pretty well towards the end there, so I didn't get a chance to do that. So I don't see any reason to, unless it like slips into one of your backpacks and then.
Evil Dead style.
Evil Dead. This is my boomstick. Cool. So yeah, so Prion comes out and yeah, he says that, and then he says, I fear that this will only anger Vlad more.
Well, these mountain passes are dangerous. Who's to say they ever showed up?
He nods and he says, this is true.
We can certainly deposit the bodies along our way.
Yeah, I mean, there's no witnesses.
He says,
And then,
oh, go ahead.
and then when our zombie's done, I guess let me know when the zombie's done, because I figure that'll take time while this conversation's going.
Yeah, it can be done whenever.
I'll just walk over and kneel beside it, put my hand on its head, and say, "You have redeemed yourself. Now you may rest." And I'll release the magic.
So Prion, upon seeing you do this, says, "Oh my, did we lose? No, we lost Deacon. We lost the Deke."
And then we found him again.
He'll say, "This magic that you're dabbling in, are you sure you know what you're doing?"
No, of course not. It's a new gift from Janrik, so trying it on for size, but there's a certain amount of justice to allowing the unworthy to atone, those who have not acted honorably in the field of battle, to atone for their actions before going to their final rest.
He'll nod and say, "If it is Jandrik's will, then it will be so."
But if you have a concern, I would hear it.
Just creepy, man.
He'll point to the one that didn't work out, and he'll say, well, he'll just point to it, and I think he won't say anything. I think just when you ask if he has any concerns, he'll point to that one.
I'll just nod and shrug. Yeah.
Then he will say, my temple owes you all a debt that I fear we will never be able to repay.
I mean, I feel like we're pretty good. I got back to life. We're pretty solid.
Harold is alive. I feel like we are all working toward the same goals.
He says, I do not know where your path will lead you, Tyrion, but you are always welcome at my temple.
Thank you, my friend, and should you have need of us, do let us know. I'm sure that Mordriel will offer you some way of contacting us.
And he'll give you a firm handshake. He'll give all of you a firm handshake. The acolytes will come out, and those that... Let's see. I think only one of them died. So those that survived will come out and will give you many thanks and many prayers. Yeah. Many prayers, and they will heap prayer beads upon each of you. As their thanks.
I will, of course, graciously accept.
I will as well.
Now, Aziz, watching this entire battle, perched upon the temple itself, it's a strange bird that you've never seen before. And it may have only caught your eye just now, or you may have noticed it earlier. But at some point you did notice it. Simply because it is very strange indeed.
It's a flamingo.
What is this strange beast?
It has reptilian features, but it's quite obviously a bird. Like it has a thin reptile like tail, a scaly tail, and there's patches of scales across it, and its beak is very much like a saw rather than a normal smooth beak.
I'm gonna try to converse with it. Don't know if I can though.
What will you say to it?
Greetings. What brings you here?
It eyes you for a moment, and then it will swoop down towards you. As it does, you can see it's quite big, and it will land close to you, perhaps like on one of the if there's any statues in the courtyard, perhaps on a statue, out of arm's reach, but close enough to you. And it will eye you again, and very scrupulously, and it will speak back to you. It will say, "Are you the speaker?"
Hold on. Have I heard? Actually, yeah. The turtle called me a speaker too. The speaker. So yes, I am.
Are you speaking purely animal right now, so we can't like understand you?
Yes.
Right.
It invites you to come with it.
Where are we going?
It flies off.
Following.
Yep. I'm just gonna shout out to the guys. Hey, weird animal knows I'm the speaker. Gotta follow up. Be right back. And then I'm turning into a hawk or an owl. An owl. That's my favorite.
Speaker! That was the thing that lady said. Right, you're the speaker. Fucking Christ.
Druid shit. Gotta go. Gotta dip.
And yeah, I will turn into an owl and follow. Ooh.
Oh, goodness.
I can still do it, but something happened.
Got one, you got that one hold.
Yep.
Okay.
And a level.
Hey.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I'm just gonna run to one of the, the flying creatures that we have Persia. Like, I'll unmount this thing. Yeah, I know what to do.
Yours is the one with all the bungee ties on it. Sorry, 1 second. Let me get this set up here. Okay, so for your failure, I'm just gonna, I have that secret thing going. I'm gonna tick off another one on that.
The unknown, unseen complication.
Yes.
Just so you know, something horrible is going around in the background.
Just getting worse.
Yes, indeed. So, so you follow this this strange bird, and it will fly you a good ways away, down into the mountain pass, and I don't know, how discernful are you when you're following this bird? Like, did you have any? Did you want to ask any questions as you're following? Did you want to take in any information, or are you curious about anything?
Yeah. I mean, I just kind of wanted to know who he was, why, how'd you find me,
Right.
and who sent you.
Okay. So as you swoop down, you're going to see, or as you continue to follow the bird, it's going to fly you over a small concealed camp that is concealed off of the mountain path. It's going to fly you over them, but away from them. It's going to fly up a cliff, and then it's going to go over the cliff, and as you go up and over, you're going to see that there is a a person sitting atop the cliff, sort of in a meditative position. This person has this sort of grayish bluish skin, tusks jutting out of the lower jaw of his mouth. He has sort of bones tied into his like wiry black hair, and he is dressed surprisingly lightly for the weather up here, and he is lean but still very powerful, powerfully built, and he seems to be waiting for you. The bird lands atop his shoulder. What do you do?
I will land in front of him and drop out of, or pop back into human halfling form.
Okay. Oh my God, Thoracle, what is up? It's been a minute since I've seen you. It's good to see you. I'm back from the dungeons. Nice. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for the subscription. We appreciate it.
Right into the world of dungeon.
Oh, I also missed some follows. I'm sorry I'm not keeping as good an eye on it today. I am not who you think followed us. Thank you for that. Plaster, thank you for the sub. As always, thank you so much, man. We appreciate that support. And some people followed us a couple days ago as well. Shatastrophe and Bright Dystopia. So thank you to them as well.
God damn. I'm being attacked. It's a nightmare. Sturges.
Action sturge. So you pop up in halfling form, and the orc will open his eyes and he will say, "I was expecting you. I'm glad you heeded the call. We have much to discuss. Speaker."
Yes. I believe we do.
How are you guys going to keep busy back at the temple?
I thought we were following.
He flew away. Yeah, if you guys were following, he would have said, the bird would have said not to.
Yeah, I didn't plan on following. This felt like a private moment to me. I would have recommended that we begin trying to bundle up the bodies for easy transport so that we can maybe, drop them from a height or something.
Could you have said that before I sliced them in half? That kind of double our workload. Bit of humor in this morbid place.
We could always create some. We have 5 hippogriffs. We could create like nets or blankets to carry between them and stack the bodies in 2 groupings and then just release from one side and just let them fall as we flew. And then you could keep the parts on as well.
One of the acolytes is like, "Throw him through the portal. Throw him through the death portal."
What would happen if we threw them through the death portal?
I don't know, but it'd be badass to find out.
Aren't you the grog guy?
Brian, is that wise?
Brian's
to... I think we'll stick with my original plan, but I do appreciate your enthusiasm, brother.
And he'll go for the fist bump.
I'll give it. Absolutely.
Nice. So the orc atop the mountain. There is a strange disturbance in this land. I have felt it since we crossed the mountain pass. What is this disturbance?
Oh, you're bringing up there for a second.
Oh, sorry. He says, the orc says, I have felt a strange disturbance within this land since we crossed the pass. What is this?
It is... How to describe it? It is an ancient ritual of life that was corrupted. And that corruption is spreading across the land.
He nods. He says, I am beginning to wonder if our presence here is no coincidence. That which brought us
Why
here.
are you here?
And he looks down towards the camp, and he looks back at you, and he says, our leader, Plumkrish, seeks a magic weapon. He believes that this weapon will restore some honor to our clans.
What weapon does he seek?
The eternal flaming blade. That of the legends. He has heard that it has made its way to the Borderlands, and he seeks to use it to become war chief.
So he intends to invade the Borderlands simply to become war chief?
Yes, once he has acquired the blade, our arrangement with Tum Tum will be finished.
So, just so you guys know, that corrupted ritual, Tum Tum seeks that as well.
This is why I believe that our presence here is no mere coincidence. I have been called here to aid you, Speaker. For we too follow the old gods.
Well, and do you speak for your people, or?
I do not. Plumkrish is our leader, and we will follow Plumkrish in whatever he desires. This is our way. However, any assistance that I can give you, Speaker, I will gladly give, as long as it does not interfere with Plumkrish's desires.
Understood. Well, there may be a way that we can all benefit and save the world at the same time. But I must speak with my people. Will you be here?
We are constantly on the move. If you wish to speak with me, look to the skies and find my bird. I will be watching you.
Understood.
I would have you tell me more about this ritual.
I will give him very broad strokes, of what it does and what its intention is and how it was corrupted, but nothing specific on how to perform it.
Okay. Yeah, and he will.
Oh, and let him know about the corruption that's affecting the last person who wrecked the first ritual, or the last ritual.
An abomination.
Yes, indeed.
A blight upon the land.
Yes, and I fear that it will spread with no end across all lands.
I wish to help you, Speaker. I hope our paths do not cross against one another.
Well, I will avoid that at all costs. But, like I said, maybe things will work out. But I will return as soon as possible.
This flaming blade that is in your possession, could it be the one of legend?
Maybe. I'm not sure. It has passed through several hands. That's one of the things I've got to check on.
You understand the position this puts me in?
Yes, I do.
I must report to Plumcrish what I have discovered. I do not wish to endanger you, Speaker, for I know that your purpose is beyond vying for war chief and playing in the politics of the realm. But I am honor bound.
You are honor bound, yes. But may I ask one favor? Wait until me and my people have left the temple.
At this, he will nod.
No, we're not going to go far, but we do not want to endanger any innocents should Plumcrish want to come directly to us.
And he will, he says, this direct communication would be a mistake on your part. Better you go through someone.
Through you?
Perhaps. Plumcrish would sooner kill everyone in the land and take what he believes is rightfully his, rather than talk.
Understood. Then once I know more, I will relay it to you through the bird.
Stay safe, Speaker.
You as well. Did I catch his name? I will give my name. Aziz.
Okay. His name is Gruul.
Gruul?
Yeah. GRU apostrophe UL.
Alrighty. And I shall return to the temple.
Okay.
With haste.
So you return, and then
Mhm.
what? Then what?
I will land. All right, guys. Classic good news, bad news situation going on here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's the bad
flip
news?
a coin for bad first, or
I'll give us the bad first. Get it over with.
I wouldn't get too used to that sword.
but I like it. What do you mean?
Told you it was bad news.
No, take it back.
The good news is that sword is what the orcs are here for. Once they get it, they'll go home.
Well,
Oh my
seems
god.
we may have found our shortcut.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, guys, but Thoracle just gave out 10 tier 1s community gift subs, and I really appreciate it.
Oh.
Thank you so much, dude. It's we appreciate it so much.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, what a way to make an entrance.
Right?
Thank you so much, man.
If it wasn't 5 in the morning, I'd scream.
Gotta get you in another game, dude. 20 minutes trying to find the donation button, but it's disabled now. We appreciate any support, and no matter what form it comes in. So thank you so much for the gift subs. And it's good for other people too. It helps. It's gonna help them earn some points if they want to come in and play on the dungeon crawler night. So
Absolutely.
yeah. Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much, Thoracle. So oh, thank you. We love you. So I'm so sorry. What were you guys saying?
I was giving them the bad news, good news situation. Might not be a good idea to get too used to the sword, but it could make all the orcs go home and leave Tum Tum without support.
And I was saying, this may be the shortcut we were looking for to end the war.
Plus, at least one orc, the one that summoned me, wishes to help with the ritual in any way he can. They are also followers of the old gods.
I mean, these are great news. But I kind of want to keep it for like a week at least. Like a couple of days.
I understand, but my new friend is honor bound to report his findings, and I forgot his name.
Gruel?
A good friend.
Roll.
No, not Gruel. His boss.
Plumcrish.
Plumfers.
Plumcrish. Yes. Plumcrish will kill anything in his way to get it.
Plumcrish the Gorger.
Plumcrish the Gorge. That's right.
He's an orc too, right?
Oh yeah. He's vying for war chief.
First things in to be friends with a war
Tum-Tum?
chief.
Is Tum Tum an orc, or is Tum Tum?
Tum Tum. I don't think you guys have seen Tum Tum. However,
We don't know.
you may spout lore if you like.
I love to.
I'll gladly spout some lore.
Looking one oh shit. I was gonna say one person can, and then somebody else can aid if they want. So if somebody wants to
not
aid,
gonna matter.
so if somebody wants
Well,
to aid.
I'll try and aid in this. Let's go.
An aid would only bring it up to a 6, so it won't matter.
Right.
Yeah,
So
but it's fun.
Unless you fail.
Well, if you say it like that.
Yeah.
Well, in Rook's mind, Tum Tum is an ogre, a two-headed ogre.
I guess unwanted attention. I don't know what that would be, but just me going on like a fucking hijinks or so, like just talk away about nothing.
Yeah.
Yep. So as you try to recall, hold on one second. Let me pull up my things here. Pull up my moves. Let me see what I want to do.
While John is doing that, did anyone read the diary that, like the notebook that Horace gave to Harrison?
I don't know if any of us know about it, honestly.
No, I don't think so.
Copy that.
Because Harrison was the only one there at a time, and I don't recall Harrison telling any of us about it.
Copy that.
One of those things where we all think he's something different.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's an orc, Rook thinks he's an ogre.
Yeah.
Just thought he was a talking chicken. No?
That's hilarious. Let's see.
No, everyone knows that he's an actual mountain just animated. Everyone knows that.
Like a rock troll.
Actually, Prion will speak up, and he says, as you guys are tossing all these things out, Prion will speak up and say, "Tum Tum the Unbreakable."
Yes.
He's none of those things. He's a Cyclops. Particularly
Does
gifted.
that make sense?
Particularly gifted with magic.
Cyclops gifted with magic.
Yes.
That is a new one.
Although his talents for spellcasting are significantly boosted by the magical items that he has his servants seek out and bring back to him.
Ooh, I hear loot. Oh, right.
Loot crate.
Prion does not smile, and he says, "If you're thinking of taking Tum Tum on, you need to exercise extreme caution, and perhaps rethink your plan if possible. Tum Tum is a formidable foe. While his vanity has kept he's kept himself in check with his own vanity for quite some time. He could easily take down all 3 warlords by himself."
But we have depth perception.
He says, "I just don't want you to underestimate him.
We do not underestimate.
He seems foolish, but his temper is legendary."
So, lots of plans going on.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the sword goes, Harold, it's ultimately your decision. It's your sword. Just laying it out there for you.
I just want us to get a good trade for it, at least, like, get some help from him, or, like, you know...
I can set up a meeting. Not with Plum Krish,
Would
but with someone else.
Would you like to schedule an appointment? you guys, I'm gonna go grab the dogs real quick. You guys can
Okay.
free associate for a moment.
It's hard having knowledge from another character and not using it.
Yeah. So yeah. Could be an easy trade. Could be a trap.
Could be they take the sword and say "fuck you."
Yeah.
Just
I'll
to
take
answer some
those
spot.
chances.
It's true.
We seem to regularly be underestimated.
That is fair.
And I would think that someone breaking that agreement of parley would be particularly dishonorable.
Well, I wouldn't suggest trying to parlay with Plumkrish himself.
No,
But
it sounds like he's not that easy to negotiate with.
right.
And who else, like his right-hand man or your friend, Aziz?
Did you guys solve world peace yet?
Yes.
We're trying to figure out who to talk to get there.
We trade magic sword, world peace.
Or at least this side of the mountain piece. So yeah. I'm going to try to arrange a meeting with Gruul.
Okay.
I don't know if I can find the bird. Is he nearby?
Are we sure it's this sword that he wants, not some other blade?
The blade of the eternal flame.
I mean, I turn it on and off. It's not really eternal.
True. But I don't know of any other blades that match that description.
No, you're right. You're right.
Does seem like our best bet.
I'll go back to my axe. It's fine.
Are you tearing up over there, Harold?
No. I'm cool. I'm cool.
There's no point in not using it to advance our agenda here while we and build your legend.
That's right. Right. Yep. Totally. Yep.
So,
Just make it quick.
so you wanted to call a meeting with
Yeah.
Gruul. Now, did you want to do that like right away, or is that like something you?
Oh, what? No, we have hippogriffs. We can go to him.
Okay.
Yeah, we should move away from here before trying the contact so that we don't cause any trouble for the temple.
Yep.
All right. So, so what are you gonna do then? Narrate for me your actions.
Hop back on the hippogriff. Tell everybody to follow me and head back to the cliff top where me and Gruul spoke before.
Okay. You will see that he is no longer there. But as you guys are flying overhead, Rook, you'll be so you're Rook and Aziz. You share a hippogriff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Aziz is gonna be looking for what's his face, and then Rook, you're gonna see like an arrow fly up and over the hippogriff.
I don't think we're in friendly territory.
And
No, we're definitely not.
very shortly
Peculiar weather.
you'll see another one. This one will fly right over Tyrion's head.
Maybe higher, maybe? Out of arrow range?
Possibly, yes.
I'll do discern realities, see if I can see who's shooting at us
Okay.
while we try to urge our mounts higher.
Okay.
Oh, 14. That's a good roll.
I think that's.
You know what color their eyes are.
I see everything.
Only if it's useful or valuable to you.
That's right. So yeah, so let's start with what here is useful or valuable to me.
I guess that would depend on what exactly so you rolled discern realities specifically to figure out where the arrows are coming from and like.
Yeah,
Okay.
like who's shooting at us and like what exactly is going on.
So you can look down and you can see a small encampment nestled amongst the trees, just off of the mountain pass. You can see that the arrows are coming from there, and that they are being fired by what you assume to be orcs. They have varying complexions. Some of them are like grayish blue. Some of them are sort of light green. Some of them are like a dark green blue, and you can see that they are firing up, and you can also see that they. They are kind of out of range, so they're shooting, kind of like they think they can hit you, but they're too far out of range. Even if one of these arrows were to hit you, it might graze you at the most. But like by the time it gets to you, it's too much of the too much energy.
It's at the top of its arc, so it just kind of like falls on you.
Right. So that's useful.
That is useful.
Thank you.
What here is not what it appears to be.
These orcs are it's probably only about 10 of them, and they seem to be not very they seem to be traveling very light. They are whereas like if you were thinking like warriors, like people like out to ransack a town or something, you'd expect them to be some more of them, and you'd expect them to be a little bit more robust in their arms, but they are traveling very lightly.
What do you think? What should we do for the third one? Should we do what should I be on the lookout for, or what's about to happen? Who's really in control? What do you think?
I mean, it's always nice to know what we should be on the lookout for.
All right. Yeah, let's go with what should we be on the lookout for?
Another orc has stepped into the center of the encampment and is making some airbending moves, and you can feel the wind begin to pick up, And as it does, the arrows that are flying towards you are going to begin to be carried up by this wind, seemingly generated by this orc, to extend their arc towards the crew.
No, don't get me started with wind. You won't like it.
It's like, hey, do we want to show him what wind, what control of the elements really looks like?
I still don't know what that is, so let's not.
That's fair. That's fair.
So that's what you will see, oh mighty cleric.
All right. So I will relay all of this information as we spur our mounts a bit higher, so that even with his air bending, they can't really bother us. And
Yep, I'm gonna try to find the bird or Gruul.
say, should we go visit them, or stick with looking for Gruul?
The bird should have been easily found. He said that it was gonna be near you, because they were keeping an eye on you.
And
So-
we also did our our body drop thing along the way, right? Just to Operation Pikeman drop.
So if you wish to speak with the bird, you may do so.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna let Gruul know that we need to talk.
Okay. And the bird now circling with the crew. You'll feel the wind begin to let up a little bit, and then this sort of breeze will lift underneath the hippogriff's wings and begin to sort of guide them down.
Oh, okay.
The once the hippogriffs land, you'll see the 10 orcs and then the shaman that you saw, Gruul. Gruul will say, "I did not expect to see you again so soon, speaker."
I'm a man of my word. Halfling of my word. Whatever. We may have what you see. Well, this sword may be what you seek, but we want to ensure that us giving it up will not be in vain. So we have come to parley.
The other orcs are looking at Gruul. Gruul sort of instructs them to stand down, and Gruul says, "Others, pleased to meet your acquaintance. I am Gruul.
Green?
I am from the Plumkrish clan."
Hi, Harold the Great. About to be the swordless Harold.
Oh.
I know, I really wanted you to have that sword too.
As a player, I don't care. Like, it's just fun to play.
Right.
Gruul looks to Tyrion, expecting
Green?
an introduction.
I introduced myself. I would say Tyrion,
Oh, okay.
the god of the god Janrik.
When you say the god Janrik, he spits and he says, "Demon worshipper."
Nope,
No.
not a demon.
No demon.
And all the orcs.
We have fought demon worshippers.
All the orcs seem unsettled when you mention the name Janrik. And
Now you got me curious. I follow the All Father.
And I am unfamiliar with this.
I'll take it.
I respect the old gods and have no quarrel with them.
He nods warily, and he nods at Rook as well, and he turns back to Aziz and he says, "What exactly do you wish in exchange for the blade?"
Well, that is the only reason the Plum clan is here, correct? To find the blade?
Correct. It was offered as a reward from Tum Tum. Tum Tum would have us believe that it is in his possession, and yet I see the blade here.
And is offering things he does not have. To get you to spill your blood, trying to conquer lands for him. That is not very honorable.
If Tum Tum is in breach of his honor-bound agreement, then Plumkrish would have no reason to uphold the agreement.
I see. Well, Harold.
Yes. Take out
No,
this
this
sword.
is your parlay as well. You said you wanted to make sure you got something worth it out of it.
Right. What is your original deal with Tum Tum? What do you do in exchange for the sword? Is it just invading?
I do not know the specifics. These lie with Plumkrish alone. However, we have been weakening the lords. I assume Tum Tum wishes to take over.
If we give you this sword, will you instead ally with us?
I can propose such a thing to Plumkrish.
I'll await the answer.
Very well. I will reach out to you when I have spoken to him. What do you expect from this alliance?
Well, in all honesty, just think of me as the new Tum Tum.
Oh. I don't think that's the best way to put it.
Ah, come on, I was trying to... Okay, I'm rusty, alright? I'm rusty.
All you people in the Borderlands are the same.
I'm not
No.
from here, you fucking piece of shit.
Currently, we are Gruel. Currently, we have two missions that we are working. One is to assist the speaker in correcting what has been befouled in the ritual and restore balance to the land. And the other is to restore the rights to the people along the Borderlands and remove or at least temper the tyrants that currently oppress them. If you think that that makes us the same as Tum Tum and the others along the Borderlands, I do not know what to tell you.
Vying for control and justifying it with many reasons. Sounds the same to me. We do things
We do not
simply...
wish control.
He just gives you a sort of a placid grin, as if to say, I know when I'm arguing with a zealot. So he just says,
Make me animate your corpse, okay?
So he just says, so be it then. I will take these terms to Plumcrush in exchange for the magic blade. You will take Tum Tum's place in the arrangement. He will continue to weaken the lords.
Oh shit.
Is that what you want, Harold?
I don't know. This politics stuff is still new to me.
What do your people want? What does Plumcrush want, other than the blade?
That's a good question.
Plumcrush. Sorry, hold on 1 second. Gruel's voice needs soothing. Yeah, he says, Plumcrush simply wants the blade. It will increase his chance of vying for war chief of all clans.
Your people desire battle and conquest, or would you rather return to your lands and only be called upon in times of great need?
My people are diverse. Some, like Plumcrush, crave conquest and power. Others, like myself, hope to achieve harmony with the ancient spirits. I believe there is room in the world for both. And so
Perhaps there is room for both in our arrangement.
I've told the speaker that I will help him perform this ritual, as long as it does not interfere with the needs of my clan. I am honor-bound to Plumcrush to do as he commands.
Alright.
Yes.
Tell Plumcrush that all we want is when we call upon him that he bring his army, his men, to aid us in battle. Would that suffice?
I will take these terms to Plumcrush, and he will decide.
That is all we can ask.
Yeah. I take out the sword and I walk over to him.
And cleave him in twain.
Plot twist.
You don't call my friend a fucking demon worshiper, you piece of shit.
Why not? He worships demons.
Explain that then. What makes his god a demon?
He says the true gods are the old gods. All those that rise up since are pretenders to power. Demons disguising themselves as forces of good, but serve their own selfish notions.
Then explain this, you jack-off. On my continent, and I poke him in the chest. There are only my gods. I have never heard of any other gods before I came here. So what does that make it?
I know not of where you come from.
I have spoken with your old fucking nature gods and the like. I've seen my own gods. They seem pretty fucking alike to me.
I'm pissed off Harold now.
And he says, and how do you know that they are not the same?
Because I saw different people, so to speak.
And he'll say, the mist takes many forms, and yet it is still the mist. I know not of the gods from your homeland, but perhaps they bear kinship with mine. I know for...
No, she said they were vastly different. She brought me to another place in the afterlife that was not where I was supposed to be. Because I was part of some ritual to cleanse a part of the land or whatever it was. To become an anointed.
When you say anointed, he will bow his head in respect, and he says, I know not what you have experienced. I can only listen. I only speak from my own experience. That the new pantheon that the humans worship are not what they believe them to be.
Then take what I've said and consider it. And take the sword and do what you've been told.
So, he'll take the sword and he will say, he'll turn to Aziz and he will say, I will present this blade along with your terms to Plumkrish.
He can honor the terms, but know this: whether or not he chooses to help us, if Tum Tum gets his way, none of us will live. There will be no balance or harmony or lands to conquer anymore.
You and I know this. However, Plumkrish makes up his own mind. I will do what I can to convince him of the importance of this ritual.
I understand. And I know there's only so much anyone can do.
Okay. How do you guys see this this interaction wrapping up?
Brews around the fire? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I assume as a show of good faith, we're just going to hang out here and wait.
Meanwhile, Rook will be like, no, you think we can trust him?
I think we can trust Gruul. Plumkrish is an unknown.
So he has
I
to
would agree.
he has to travel to Plumcrush. So this is gonna be probably at least a week.
Yeah. So I have some ancient animals to find.
We do.
All right. Should we go look for some ancient animals?
Yep.
Tell him to have his bird keep an eye out for us, maybe?
I mean, or we could set up a meeting place.
Yeah.
A rendezvous location for.
That works.
Yeah.
Where would you like that to be?
Hell if I know.
Somewhere away from the border, so that we don't run into Stefan or any of the other warlords.
Yeah.
Let's not take a pink. Let's just not.
Oh, where at? So that is Blood Peak Keep. We're there. I don't know, maybe the foot of the mountain here?
By the river?
Yep.
But Tickle Pink?
Well, it's a couple days from Tickle Pink, but
Yeah, across the river on Tickle Pink.
they're going past the northern pass, and the ritual is going to be down near Happy Tree, I believe. So I don't know if that makes a good halfway point or not.
Seems like a
Where is Stefan and his army right now? Where are they supposed to be massing to try to fight things off?
Yeah, you actually you picked up some information in the tower that would tell you that they are heading. They're actually sort of planning to meet in this area right here.
Right where I was.
Yeah, to sort of
Mm.
to cut off the to cut them off.
Great.
How long until they're there?
They should already be posted there. They're waiting for reinforcements from Hawthorne and other locations.
Maybe we should meet over on this side of the river then, where I made that little purple circle.
Right below Tickle Pink?
Is that where that is?
And that is Tickle Pink, yeah.
I don't see.
Tickle
No,
Pink's
Tickle.
a prison camp, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get too close there because they kind of want I'm wanted there.
You need to do that. Alright, so. What about?
But yeah, this is side of the river. That would be fine. That's far enough away.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you want to say maybe like,
How about where the river meets the mountain?
yeah, like right there, maybe?
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Back to the wall.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. So that'll be the designated meeting point.
Yep.
Yep, that purple
Yep.
circle.
Okay. Yeah. So Gruul can agree to that. And he will travel to Plumcrush and make that arrangement. What would you guys like to do in the meantime?
Ancient animals?
Ancient animals, yeah.
Did we decide what those animals were?
No.
No.
Well, we
just
had
knew
the turtle.
one.
And
Was
then
was it a spider one?
No.
No.
No, definitely not a spider.
Yeah.
And I proposed like an eagle and a lion.
Okay.
And a rhino.
And ostrich.
Oh, the grand ostrich. Yeah.
Saber-toothed ostrich.
Saber-toothed ostrich.
Saber-toothed ostrich. Yes.
Perfect.
So we've got a turtle, eagle, a lion, and an ostrich.
Saber-toothed ostrich.
Oh, gotcha. I'll put
Size of a T-Rex.
it's a stostrich. Okay, cool. So that's a thing. So we got them. And as far as locations for these things, is that something I guess that's something we don't know yet, is it? So.
Right.
Well,
Oh, we know where the turtle is.
the turtle, yeah, it's in Vulture's Arena, right?
Turtle, yeah.
Sanctuary.
Well, the turtle's at Sanctuary because it left with us.
Oh, right.
He had to get his shell repaired. It's a big shell, so it's going to take a minute.
Right.
Okay. So perhaps that's a good place to call it for the night.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, cool. So we'll call it for the night. Let's see. Do you guys have any raid requests that I can set up while we're closing it down?
I have a new person I'm following. It's kind of interesting. WoW Grandma 78. She's 79 years old and she plays WoW and she's got a lot of followers.
Okay.
I just started following her tonight though.
Okay. All right, cool. We can do that. All right, cool. So check out. So that's the end of the stream. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Make sure to join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got our dungeon crawler next week, and then next month we're actually starting a new game.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we'll have that up in the coming mix. My dog is freaking out right now. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Yeah.
So we'll have that coming up in the mix, and then we're gonna go ahead and raid WoW Grandma 78. Before we do that, I want to give a special thanks to Mordcake and the Plaster Dragon for coming in and hanging out with us and playing, and of course Terry the Deacon Smith. Now the Plaster Dragon, where can they find your stream?
Twitch.tv/the Plastered Dragon. Doing some charity streaming for Extra Life. Recently got to do it on the Atlassian homepage. I know you caught a little snippet of that. Which ended
the
with
Dorito.
me, yes, eating a spicy chip for charity. I'll post the clip of it in the in the Discord so you can see exactly what I did to myself. But we did raise some good money for it. So Children's Hospital's good charity work. So I'd do it again.
Very cool.
Awesome, very nice. And then, Mark Cake, did you have anything you wanted to rep?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, cool. Well, sweet. Well, let's go say hello to Wow Grandma 78. Get some extra points for next week's dungeon crawl, and thank you so much for hanging out tonight, guys.
Anytime.
10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Art.
2, 1. Yeah. Must be some fireworks going on.
Yeah, I love 4th of July week for dogs, don't you?
I know, it's such a blast.
It's like, hey,